Welcome to Teaching Tips from STEM Roots, teaching science in first grade with the next generation science standards.
I'm Jennifer Zohar from STEM Roots. I'm focused on creating ready-to-teach, themed, interactive STEM content for your K-5 classroom. I love combining hands-on activities like science projects and lab worksheets with e-learning multimedia designed for in-classroom use. I've created this series to get you up to speed on the next generation science standards. In this video, you'll learn about some background information on how NGSS is organized and about the other videos in this series.
I'm in Oregon, where we've adopted the Next Generation Science Standards, or NGSS, so I'm using NGSS as I develop all my content. If you're using NGSS, you should find this a direct fit. If not, you should still be able to find videos in this series that apply to the primary grade level you're teaching. In this video, you'll learn how the Next Generation Science Standards are organized, the NGSS Grade 1 topics, and where to learn more about NGSS, including the other videos available in this series. I've included timestamps for each of these topics in my video description, so you can jump to the section you need at any time. Now let's get started. There are two ways to organize the NGSS standards, by topic and by disciplinary core idea. Let's take a look at how this works in our next section, NGSS Grade 1 content. NGSS has 4 topics to cover in first grade. They are waves, light and sound, structure, function, and information processing, space systems, patterns and cycles, and a topic that spans from K to 2, engineering design. The NGSS Grade 1 standards can also be aligned by disciplinary core idea. The 5 DCIs are waves and their application in technology, from molecules to organisms, structures and processes, heredity, inheritance and variation of traits, Earth systems' place in the universe, and engineering design. Within either the topic or DCI arrangement, there are several standards listed for first grade. For example, there are 4 physical science standards for grade 1, as you can see here. Real quick, the first number here stands for grade 1, so all these are first grade standards. The PS stands for the content focus, in this case, physical science. The 4 references the content sub-idea, so all 4 of these standards reference the 4th sub-idea. And the final number is the performance expectation. We have 4 performance expectations in first grade for physical science. Let's take a closer look at the first 3 sets of standards covered in first grade by content focus. First grade covers physical science. There are 4 standards and they cover sound waves and light waves. Life science has 3 standards covering biomimicry, survival, and heredity. And there are 2 Earth and space system standards. They cover patterns of celestial objects and Earth's orbit around the sun. Now, let's look at the 4th first grade topic, engineering design. As I mentioned earlier, it spans from K to 2. The objective of the first standard is for students to ask questions and design a solution to solve a problem. The second objective is to illustrate how an object's shape helps it function to solve a problem. Finally, the third objective is to analyze 2 sets of data to determine which of 2 objects better solves a problem. The engineering standards can be taught separately or incorporated into the other content areas. This is a real bird's eye view of the NGSS Grade 1 structure. Now let's take a look about learning more about NGSS. We'll cover resources for Next Generation Science Standards, online NGSS content, and more videos in this series. If you're looking for the NGS standards or want to learn more about their design, your first stop should be nextgenscience.org. I also like the NGSS app by Mastery Connect. They also make a similar app for Common Core. I have them on my phone and I keep my standards right at my fingertips. Of course, there's a wealth of online resources out there on the Next Generation Science Standards. Use the NGSS standards as keywords. For example, search on 1-PS1-4. You can search Teachers Pay Teachers, Google, Pinterest, etc. for content tagged under these standards. For elaborate science experiments that are difficult to conduct in an elementary school classroom, consider YouTube. I've designed my Pinterest account around the NGSS Grade 1 content areas. You can follow it at pinterest.com/STEMroots. I'm focused on developing themed STEM units aligned to the NGSS standards. As I release these, I also release an associated video in the series on TPT. For example, for physical science, check out my videos Teaching Sound Waves in the Primary Grades with NGSS and Teaching Light Waves in the Primary Grades with NGSS. You can quickly locate these at my TPT STEMroots store using custom categories or by linking to them from this video listing. In this video, we've discussed how the next generation science standards are organized, the NGSS Grade 1 topics, and where to learn more about NGSS. There's so much information out there and a multitude of excellent resources to get little minds engaged with the standard's big objectives. Be sure to check out the rest of this series where we'll go more in depth in each Grade 1 topic. Thanks for tuning into STEM Roots.